internet friends. Wanted to do a video that's gonna be a little vulnerable for me. Vulnerable? You never realize how weirdly you say words until you vlog and you're like, I sound so weird. Well, I had this whole spilling the tea vlog about the woman who fell off of the pier into the water at Bimini the other day. She was totally fine and people ended up like clapping for her. She climbed up the ladder. It was like a whole thing. She was not injured. Given recent events that have happened on the Valiant Lady, if you keep up with cruise news, you might know that someone unfortunately passed away on our ship. And I'm not going to talk at all about that because I truthfully and honestly don't even know the full story. But seeing different crew members' reactions really got me thinking about mental health while you work on a cruise ship. So this vlog is not in any way to like give you advice or tell you what to do, but as a crew member who has done like 7 contracts now, I just wanted to like talk about how mental health is really tricky because it's like all of the things that they usually tell you to do when you're struggling. Go outside, walk your dog, make your favorite food, cuddle up with your favorite blanket, and you can't really do any of those things. Sometimes you can't go outside without 1,000 people asking you questions because you have your name tag on. These are just some ideas of things that you can do to like come back to yourself when you feel super overwhelmed on a ship. Not a lot of people know this about me. As I have gotten older and gone through the pandemic like we all did, I struggled with intense anxiety and depression, and I still do. I think the thing that is the hardest is feeling like guilty or bad about that. I feel like, oh my gosh, I'm so blessed to be living this life. Why am I struggling with these terrible thoughts or this terrible anxiety? And so I think taking the shame away from feeling bad is my key to success when I am downward spiraling. You're gonna have bad days in the real world, but I think it's amplified when you're living on a giant metal floating box and everything seems like it's such a big deal because your world goes from huge to this big. If you know me, you already know what I'm gonna say. When you are having a moment of extreme anxiety on ships is breathing and reminding yourself that this is not forever, trying to like seek out that moment where you can just completely have your breakdown and feel your feels is so important. If you feel those feelings bubbling up, like just freaking let it out. What always helps me is yoga and working out and moving my body. I know that's not everyone's jam, but that's something that definitely helps me. Your ship should hopefully have a crew gym that you can go to. When I'm on board, I always try to teach yoga classes for the crew. Hopefully there's someone like that on your ship who can lead some like group exercise classes or something, because endorphins make you happy and happy people just don't shoot their husbands. I'm going to ask some of my friends what they like to do to help them.
So if I get stressed or overwhelmed on the ship, I like to call home, call me mum, or call me best mate. It's the best remedy.
We'll go out onto deck 7, stand by the rail, and look down into the water. I like to watch the water as it breaks. Usually it will make me cry. And so I'll just have a good cry, and then it's a reset. It's just letting go of that stress.
Love it. What I do when I'm feeling stressed and not myself is I open Rugrats, watch a couple episodes, eat some Percy Pigs, maybe journal. That'll really get it out of you. Go outside, see the sun. I might try to do that, but if I don't, the alternative. Open up the ship live view and see the outside at least.